Hi dear friends, in this video we will see what is the role of communication in e-commerce business. See, each and every topic that we discussed, that we have already discussed, has its own practicality, and whatever the topic that we take finds a very important role and it has its own importance, right? Nothing should be neglected at any cost, right? That is one of the very important concept, very important thing that has to be noted, okay? And the role of communication in e-commerce business has very significant value and it is very important. We could say it is extremely important because of many reasons. And initially when we started e-commerce business, there is nobody else to guide us, and because of many many types of faults that happened, we learned a lot, and those faults, e-commerce seller, after understanding the after receiving the experienced hearings of the experienced sellers, if you avoid, you can reduce the costs involved with that particular fall. So that is the main purpose of this, and it is a must that each and every e-commerce seller should daily, on a daily basis, not even daily basis, daily at least 3 to 5 times you should be in a position to go through your emails. You should be in a position to go through your buyer seller messages, which is very mandatory. See, actually, as far as our experience goes, initially we received some messages from some buyers, and we did not notice that, but I have the habit of scrolling through this email, and I have that habit. Often we used to do because of certain experience working in educational field, because lot of emails may come and we are supposed to answer, reply to that emails, and some may be very urgent and some may take lot of effort to complete that process. And that what happened was that when I came across the email, so it is found that some buyer has, or some customer has sent us some communication, and that communication was quite different, and we need to act upon it immediately within 12 hours. So fortunately we were in a position to understand that message, and we were able to clear that message. And in case if you do not respond to that messages within 12 hours, actually time limit is 12 hours, definitely there will be problem with your selling account, and because of that reason even the selling account will get suspended too, right? So therefore please, you need to ensure that you respond to the buyer seller messages immediately within 12 hours. And what is the reason for that communication is that one is the buyer will have certain doubts before making purchases, so that we need to clear. The buyer will ask for certain question by he will ask certain questions such as, if I purchase your particular quantity in bulk, what will be the rate, right. These are the most commonly asked questions. And also there are questions such as, suppose we if you create a listing knowingly or unknowingly by what do you call by uh, by using others listing, right, such as we call it as async tampering. So in such cases the original owner of that particular listing will try to contact you, and that buyer seller messages is normally happens through through the means of Amazon or Flipkart, whatever it is. So such messages are quite urgent that you need to respond to those messages within 12 hours. If you do not respond to those messages, definitely this particular e-commerce platform, whether it is Amazon or Flipkart or whatever it is, they will take action against you, right, and they will think that the mistake that you have done is true, that is why you are not responding. So communication plays a very important role, and you have to ensure that such type of miscommunication between e-commerce platform and the seller doesn't happens, right, and for that reason you need to respond to that buyer sellers messages within 12 hours, which is mandatory, okay. And one more thing is that email, right, verification of email, that is you need to check your email often, that is also mandatory. Why? Because actually there are two ways that you can check this order status, right, orders happening, communication happening. One is either by means of some desktop or laptop, right, by opening the Amazon seller account. The other way is that you can open the you can download the mobile, that is mobile application, where you can download those dashboard of that particular e-commerce platform, that we call it as, either if it is Amazon, then Amazon seller dashboard, if it is Flipkart, then Flipkart seller dashboard. So those things that if you open, you can see that order that is coming in. And suppose in case if you are doing Amazon and if you are a prime seller, then you need to dispatch the product within that particular time limit every day, daily basis you need to do, and in the afternoon you need to dispatch the item by before 1:30, right, 1:30 or 1:40 you need to clear. It is not less than 1:45 you need to clear everything, right, for that particular day. So for that reason you will open the seller account and then you will see. In case if we find to miss that, at least you should open the email account and check for any mail. See, normally what will happen is that if it is Amazon, they will send you email that as a reminder that you need to respond to, right. In such cases you need to it is easy for you when you check the mail, some communication, whatever the communication that comes from, email communication that comes from Amazon or Flipkart or whatever it is, you can easily get an alert and act upon those emails, right. And therefore email looking, searching for the email new messages is mandatory, and any information that comes in must be acted upon. And there are certain communication from Amazon. For example, if you are doing Amazon e-commerce business, then they will send you whether you want to sell that any of the product in during certain holidays. So they will take a survey, you need to respond to that survey, right, otherwise they will mark you are not willing to do, right. So that means you will lose business, right. Almost we got a email communication from Amazon around in a month, 30 days in a month, around uh, 15 days, 10 to 15 days, there are a lot of days, special days in those days, and 10 to 15 days, if I have not responded to those email survey, then I will be marked absent, in the sense not absent, but I will be assumed that, right, I am not willing to ship the product, receive and ship the product during those days. So that means I will, out of 30 days, I will get only 15 days order. So I am missing on that order. So see, here comes the importance of communication, checking email and responding to those email accordingly, which is very important. Not just checking is enough, but based on your checking, you need to act upon. You need to promptly act, right? And when you open this Amazon seller account, if it is in case you are doing e-commerce business with Amazon, then there will be buyer seller messages, and when you open that dashboard, Amazon seller dashboard, then you will find what do you call a tab called communication, and in that communication, if you go inside communication, you could find buyer seller messages that you need to take into account, and you need to check often, at least once or twice in a day. You need to check for any buyer seller messages. Actually, it is very easy, no need to go inside. Even if you get the communication, right, from any buyer or any Amazon or whatever the platform is, then you will find that alert, that is something is something we have not read, right. You can see it at the front itself. So when you try to open that communication, there will be, suppose one communication means number 1 will be displayed. So it's very easy. Suppose if you have received 2 communication, then number 2 that will be displayed in the communication tab. So you can easily, once you just you need to enter into that particular tab. So once you enter, you can easily identify how many communications you have received. And see, some few months back we have received a communication stating that which was sent by some buyer, that how much reduction we can give for some, actually the product was 1 quantity, 2 quantity pack. If the buyer purchases 20 quantity, then how much reduction that we can provide. That was the question that have been asked. But due to we have responded to that question via messages, right. And also there were questions such as they have doubt about the particular product, like volume, what is that volume of that particular product, right. One, I think some product related to some clay product, something like that. It was some utensil like used for cooking purpose. So there were doubts from a particular buyer asking a particular question such as what is the volume of that particular clay pot. Then we have responded to the messages, right. And this is quite very useful, because the doubts that the seller has, right, and if it is cleared immediately or very promptly, right, then there is a 100% chance, 200% chance that once the doubt has been cleared, then the buyer will go for purchasing that particular product, right. And therefore this type of communication not only kills purchases, but it will not kills any purchases, but it will enhance the purchase. It will boost your sales. It will lead to better sales of the particular product. Therefore, when you have a proper communication with the buyer, then the interaction between the buyer and the seller will be smooth, and all the doubts that arises about the particular product will be cleared smoothly, right. And once all the doubts of the particular product has been cleared, then definitely you can expect boost in sales. So thereby ultimately there will be a smooth customer experience or enhanced customer experience, right. That is very, very important in order to create or in order to build trust between the buyer and the seller, and also it will enhances the credibility of the buyer seller relations. Okay, that is very, very important, right. And then this in turn what will happen is that it will boost the loyalty, right, loyalty among buyer and the seller, right. And there are quite some disadvantages of this communication also, such as since there is no verbal cue, non-verbal cues involved in this communication, certain text messages that the seller sent to the buyer, it can also lead to some miscommunication also. So, we need to ensure that when we send some text to the buyer, we need to carefully draft the reply, right. That is very, very important. And another one more disadvantages of this such type of communication is that it will give information overload to the buyer, and it can also lead to confusion, right, or unnecessary details may be provided to the buyer, right. Okay. So, we need to ensure that when we give reply to those messages, we need to ensure there is proper clarity in the reply, and also unnecessary details are not provided, and what are the relevant details that has to be given to the buyer must be provided without fail, and also very promptly, right, within 12 hours time. Not only 12 hours time, even as soon as you see it, you need to reply to those messages, which is very, very important. So, therefore, in summary, you need to, whatever the communication that comes from the e-commerce platform, either through email or buyer seller messages in seller central or whatever it is, has to be responded immediately without fail. Once this is done, right, everything will the operations of the e-commerce business will go smoothly. Else there will be lot of hindrances and the operations will not be smooth. In turn, you need to face lot of difficulties, and the customer will lose his confidence and you get reduced orders. So, in order to avoid that, you have to ensure that you provide a clear communication, right. And since you give written communication and there is no face to face interaction, you need to ensure that the communication should also be clear, concise, precise and to the point, right. This is mandatory. So, this is about the role of communication in e-commerce business, which is very, very essential in order to perform a successful e-commerce business. So, thank you friends, thank you so much for watching, and if you are not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel e-commerce for the world, right. And whenever we have free time, apart from doing e-commerce business, we will share our personal experiences, e-commerce business experiences with you, right. So, please understand the concepts behind each and every aspect of the business, and we hope the experiences, the professional experiences and the personal experiences that we had during our e-commerce business journey since the last 3 to 5 years period will be very beneficial for you, and it will guide you, and it will ensure that you do e-commerce business in a proper way, efficient way and in a very qualitative manner, right. Thank you friends, thank you so much for watching. If you are not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much. Bye.